If you're stuck with a credit score in the 600 or even 700 and can't figure out how to break it into the 800 club, you're about to discover the 5 habits that separates people with excellent credit from everyone else. I'm about to reveal the exact system that can take you from 700 credit score to over 800 in 12 to 18 months. And one habit in section 2 can boost your score by 50 points in just 30 days. Here's what's crazy. Most people think getting an 800 credit score is about paying bills on time, but that's only 35% of the equation. The people with 800 plus scores understand the other 65% that most people completely ignore. But here's the problem. Credit repair companies and financial gurus are teaching outdated strategies that worked 10 years ago but don't work today. The credit scoring algorithms have changed, and if you're not following the new rules, you are leaving points on the table every single month. Now, if you're new to this channel, I help business owners and entrepreneurs get up to $100,000 in business funding at 0% APR for 12 months. And here's the best part, you don't pay a dime until you get funded. And we are only working with a limited number of people each month because we provide personalized strategies for each situation. So if you're interested, book a free strategy call by clicking the first link in the description right now. But today, we are diving deep into the 5 habits that can get you an 800 credit score and keep you there. Having an 800 plus credit score isn't just about bragging rights. It's about accessing the best interest rates, getting approved for premium credit cards, qualifying for business funding, and saving thousands of dollars on mortgage and loans. And the difference between 700 credit score and an 800 credit score can save you over $100,000 in interest over your lifetime. But most people don't understand the specific habits that create and maintains excellent credit. Stick around because what I reveal about the credit utilization timing will completely change how you manage your credit cards, and I will show you exactly how to optimize each factor of your credit score for maximum points. Let's start with the habit number 1, the golden rule of payments. Always pay your statement balance in full by the due date. Every single month, no expectation. This seems obvious, but here's what most people get wrong. They think paying the minimum payment on time is good enough, but it's not. Payment history makes up to 35% of your FICO score, and there's a huge difference between making minimum payments and paying your statement balance in full. When you pay your statement balance in full, you avoid interest charges completely and show lenders that you can manage your credit responsibly. When you only make minimum payments, you're carrying a balance and paying interest, which signals to lenders that you might be struggling financially. But here's the key insight most people miss. A late payment isn't usually reported until it's 30 days past due. So if you miss the due date by a few days, you'll get hit with a late fee, but it won't hurt your credit score as long as you pay before the 30-day mark. However, don't use this as an excuse to pay late. Late fees add up quickly, and if you make it as a habit, you will eventually hit that 30-day mark and tank your credit score. Here's the strategy that guarantees you never miss a payment. Set up autopay for at least the minimum payment from your checking account, not a debit card. If your debit card gets compromised and closed, you might forget to update your autopay and miss the payment. Checking account autopay is more reliable. But here's the advanced move. Set up autopay for the full statement balance, not just the minimum. This way, you will never carry a balance or pay interest, and you will never miss a payment. Habit number 2 is mastering credit utilization timing, and this is where you can see dramatic improvements in your credit score in just 30 days. Credit utilization makes up to 30% of your FICO score, and is calculated based on your balance that gets reported on the credit bureaus on your statement closing date. Most people think utilization is about how much you spend, but it's actually about the balance that gets reported. Here's the key rule. Keep your utilization under 10%, ideally in the low single digits. But here's what most people don't understand. Your credit score doesn't remember past utilization. If you had 50% utilization last month but 0% this month, your credit score will bounce back immediately. This is huge because it means you can manipulate your utilization to push your credit score quickly. If you have high utilization right now, pay down your balances before your statement closing date and watch your score jump. But here's the advanced strategy that separates 800 credit score from 700 credit scores. Pay your credit card balances before the statement closing date, not the due date. This ensures that low balance gets reported to your credit bureaus. Let me give you a real example. If you have a $5,000 credit limit and you charge $3,000 during the month, that's 60% utilization. Even if you pay off by the due date, if that $3,000 balance was still there when your statement closed, you are getting dinged for 60% utilization. But if you pay that $3,000 2 days before the statement closing date, your statement shows a much lower balance, and that's what gets reported to the credit bureaus. Habit number 3 is protecting your credit age, and this makes up 15% of your FICO score. There are actually with two components that most people confuse. First is the age of your oldest account. This is simply how long your oldest credit has been open. The longer the better, and this is why you should never close your oldest credit card, especially if it has no annual fee. Second is your average age of credit. This is the average age of all your accounts. Every time you open a new account, it lowers your average age, which can temporarily hurt your score. Here's the strategy for maximizing this factor. Start building credit as early as possible. If you are 18 and can get approved for a credit card, do it. That card will be helping your credit score for decades. Never close your oldest credit card unless it has an annual fee that you can justify. Even if you get better cards later, keep that first card open and use it occasionally to keep that active. Here's something most people don't realize. Closed accounts continue to age and contribute your credit score for up to 10 years after they are closed. So closing a card doesn't immediately hurt your average age, but it will hurt you in the future when that account falls off your report. The key is being strategic about new accounts. Don't open credit cards just because you can. Only open new accounts when you have a specific reason and you can benefit from the long term. Habit number 4 is strategic new credit management. New credit makes up to 10% of your FICO score, and it's all about how you handle your hard increase and new accounts. Hard increase cause a small short-term dip in your credit score, usually 5 to 10 points. They fade after about 12 months and fall off your credit report completely after 24 months. So the impact is temporary if you manage it correctly. Here's the key strategy. Space out your credit applications every 3 to 6 months. Don't apply for multiple cards in a short period of time unless you have a specific strategy. But here's what most people don't realize. The new credit limit you gain from a new account usually helps your overall utilization, which can actually boost your score even though you took a small hit from the hard inquiry. The lower utilization could boost your score 15 points, giving you a net gain of 10 points. The key is being strategic about when and why to apply for a new credit. Don't apply just because you can. Have a specific reason and understand how it fits into your overall credit strategy. Habit number 5 is letting credit mix happen naturally. Credit mix makes up 10% of your FICO score, and it's about having different types of credit accounts. The scoring models like to see what you can handle different types of credit card, installment loans like car loans or mortgages, and other types of credit. But here's the key insight. Don't open loans just to improve your credit mix. I see people taking out personal loans and car loans they don't need just to improve their credit mix. This is backwards thinking. You should only take a debt when you actually need it for a legitimate purpose. Let your credit mix develop naturally based on your life's needs. If you need a car, get a car loan. If you are buying a house, get a mortgage. If you need to finance business equipment, get an equipment loan. These natural borrowing needs will create a good credit mix over time. Here's what you should be focusing on instead. Make sure you have at least 2 to 3 credit cards that you use responsibly. This shows you can handle revolving credit, which is the most important component of credit mix. The key is not to overthink this factor. Focus on the bigger factors like payment history and utilization, and let the credit mix take care of itself through your normal financial activities. Let me give you a realistic timeline for reaching an 800 credit score using these 5 habits. If you're starting with a credit score in the 600s, it typically takes 12 to 24 months to reach the 800 if you follow these habits consistently. If you're already in the 700s, you can often reach 800 in 6 to 12 months. Here's the month-by-month breakdown. Month 1, implement the payment strategy and utilization timing. You should see a boost within 30 days from the lower utilization reporting. Months 2 through 6, focus on keeping utilization low and making perfect payments. Your score should steadily climb during this period. Months 6 through 12, your payment history is getting stronger and any negative items are getting older and having less impact. This is where you will see consistent growth. Months 12 through 24, if you started with limited credit history, your accounts are aging and your score should reach the 1800 range. But here's the key, once you reach 800, maintaining is much easier than getting there. The habits that you got to 800 are the same habits that keep you there. The biggest mistake people make is thinking they can relax once they hit 800. You need to maintain these habits consistently to keep your score in the excellence range. Let me explain why having an 800 plus credit score matters beyond just bragging rights. First, you get the access to the best interest rates on everything. Mortgages, car loans, personal loans, business loans, whatever. The difference between good credit and excellent credit can save you tens of thousands of dollars in interest over your lifetime. Second, you get approved for premium credit cards with the best rewards and benefits. Many of the best travel cards and cashback cards require excellent credit for approval. Third, you qualify for higher credit limits, which makes it easier to keep your utilization low and maintain your higher score. It's a positive feedback loop. Fourth, you get access to the business funding opportunities that aren't available to people with lower scores. Many business credit programs require personal credit scores of 750 or higher. Fifth, landlords, employers, and insurance companies often check credit scores. Having an excellent credit card can help you get better apartments, jobs, and insurance rates. The key is understanding that your credit score affects almost every aspect of your financial life. The time and effort you invest in building excellent credit pays dividends for decades. Now, if you're looking for funding, I'm Alain and I'm the founder of SRE Group, and I help business owners and entrepreneurs with 700 credit scores or more get up to $100,000 in business funding at 0% APR for 12 months. And here's the best part, you don't pay a dime until you get funded. And we only work with a limited number of people each month because we provide personalized strategies for each situation. Click the first link in the description to book your free strategy call right now. And if you found this content helpful, subscribe for more credit content by clicking the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.